Hello Gemini, Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for October 2023. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Trying a different angle, still not great, but it's going to have to be this way until the feng shui numbers change next February. So Gemini, right, on the dice, and the reason I'm reading for Gemini is you've come through in the dice, you've come through with Neptune and you've come through with the 6th house. Let's just get into that first before we do the oracle card, shall we? So I'm feeling, well, certainly for the 6th house, Gemini, that the issues around work are coming up this month. It doesn't need to be just work. It's the house of bad spirit, the 6th house. It usually relates to ill health. I do actually have the bad health cards, but that is related to money. It's the house of slavery, habits, duties. It can be pets as well. And with Neptune here, it can mean that we're confused in that area. There may be some sort of deception or, mystery in that department. Fantasy. It also relates to addiction, drugs or alcohol, chemicals of any sort, prescription drugs, medicines, photography. It's about dissolving boundaries as well. I'm actually getting maybe an issue with boundaries here in terms of the archetype that's coming through with the bridge being in reverse. See, there's some sort of issue or difficulty in making some sort of connection or understanding a connection. And I do think there is something to do. I've got the addict and I've got the bad health. There may be something to do with bad habits, which can relate to the 6th house. So it's either work or it's pets or it's habits, okay? But it is the house of ill health as well. So Gemini, with the Dress of Alchemy is a really powerful card here. Now, this can say that you've got certainly some sort of new beginning coming in here with the new moon, but it's talking about having our energy fields in some way kind of debilitated because of bad habits or because of energetic debris. There's something that kind of needs to be cleared here in your life for you to have this new beginning. It can sometimes mean that our vibration is a little bit low, and that usually comes through fear or guilt or jealousy, envy. But there's some sort of toxicity in some way that you need to sort of free yourself from. Any kind of toxic energy. Now, I did get on this, I'm just a man whose intentions are good. Oh, please, Lord, don't let me be misunderstood. I don't know who sings that song. And later on in the reading, because for those that know me, I do channel songs. I heard, I think it's Elton John. You don't need to worry about me. This is my life, and you don't need to tell me when it's time to come home. So there's a feeling of kind of butt out in my business. It's nothing to do with you. I can take care of myself. So I don't know if you have someone in your life that you're trying to intervene with, or vice versa, that's maybe trying to straighten someone out or give them good advice or something like that. But it feels like that's kind of falling on deaf ears, not just deaf ears, but deliberately ignoring them. It's like somebody's been told to butt out. And I say that either in terms of someone's health, or it's their work, or it's in relation to their pets, okay? But the Dress of Alchemy is incredibly powerful. It's about releasing your power, but firstly you have to sort of dissolve some sort of toxic energy. Now, your archetypes for the month, you do have the bridge in reverse and the river. Now, the bridge, when it's in its upright, speaks of connections, building connections, making connections, reaching out to others. When it's in reverse, it can be that that's a difficulty in some way, not being able to connect with others, not being able. I am feeling there's an issue around being misunderstood here with the lyrics that came through. But it can say that someone has got an issue with boundaries, boundaries with themselves or with others. And with the river here, this can speak to something that's, I mean, it did come in the upright. It may be that someone's very emotional at this time, or they're very accepting of the situation. Do you know what I'm kind of getting with Neptune? It almost feels like it's a little bit fuzzy. That there's a lot of grey areas here, and there is definitely some sort of misunderstanding in terms of how someone communicates on the message they're trying to get across here. So I was curious after doing the reading to see that who is it I'm actually reading for, Again, I've got a lot of characters, as I did have in the other 2 readings I've done. And we've got false person and expectation. Now, the expectations in reverse, I don't read my Kipper in reverse, generally speaking, but I'm actually feeling that somebody might have bad expectations, you know. They're not expecting good things to come. The false person can indicate an actual person. It seems to be a feminine. That may be who I'm reading for, or that could be your cross watcher. But it also relates to some sort of untruth or something that's hidden. Someone not being, you know, completely transparent about something. It's almost an expectation that somebody's not able to tell the truth here. And then with that, I did get the damsel and I got the addict, which I am sort of feeling there's something to do with Neptune here, because as I say, Neptune is drugs, it's alcohol, it's any sort of chemicals, medicines. Escapism is the main thing, avoidance. And with the damsel, this could be somebody who's addicted to a female energy. This can be someone who's just addicted to romance in the main. But the addiction is asking you to address some sort of addictive behaviour in some way. They did come in the upright, which I see is really positive. But, you know, when you look at this card, he's pushing back the river here, and there's a river here. It's almost like there's a tsunami of emotion, you know, or just a lot coming at someone. And that's when I sort of feel that it's maybe too much to handle. Yeah, I don't need you to tell me it's time to come home. So maybe somebody who's just not playing ball with whatever the setup is here, okay? I'm just pushing it away. There is a feeling of kind of belligerence. And maybe someone who genuinely needs some sort of help, but they're refusing to accept it. So that could be you, Gemini, or it could be, you know, whoever you're connecting with. Fit it as it applies. It is a general reading. And in terms of money and investments, not necessarily from the job, this is generally speaking, we have got the Hangman and we've got some ill health here. So this is some sort of delay, and it is also about trying to see things from a different perspective. I almost feel that somebody's been, I actually kind of get hung out to dry, and because I have to say that it is a personal relationship coming up here with a wealthy man, who is, you know, a bit out there, yeah, who's very tricky, and it seems to be possibly having an impact on someone's finances. So the bad health obviously can relate to sickness, a period of downtime, but it is specifically talking about the money and investments here. And it may be that somebody is, you know, hung out to dry, or they're not able to make the progress they want, or they're maybe waiting for something. I just want to ask a wee bit more about this bad health. Bad health for Gemini. Okay, so this could be really, you know, this could be bad habits. Sometimes when the Six of Cups comes back, it's something from the deep past. It's something that needs to be dissolved, something needs to be let off. It could be, if it's relating to money, it could be money in connection with the children. There's almost like there's something coming. There is a new start coming up here. Yeah, I feel like there's something building that somebody's avoiding, but it is coming. And the Judgment card can be judgment in your favor in some way. So if you have been waiting, hanging around, it's maybe made you poorly. And obviously this money could relate to some sort of medical issue that maybe need handled. The Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles in reverse here. So this is not working together with other people. Again, it can speak to an issue with money. It can speak to sometimes when we have a lot of expenses. I usually see it in relation to you know, property matters, that sort of thing. But there's definitely some sort of news coming through here in terms of property, maybe an inheritance. I feel that somebody has maybe been possibly struggling financially or a little bit low, but it almost feels that there's something picking up here. There is something going to change for sure. A new start is coming with this new moon. Okay, in the department of work, colleagues and business, this is hard work, Gemini, basically really hard work. We have got the Dreamer of Pentacles and the Toil of Labour. I'm actually seeing that somebody's dreaming about the money that they're going to make, but actually achieving it is proving to be incredibly hard work. And we are in the 6th house of hard work and slavery. This Toil and Labour card can sometimes mean that we're not being treated fairly in terms of, you know, work or income or by our colleagues, or it can mean that we're being underpaid and undervalued here. Now here we have a mature man, so this could be a boss, given that we're in the work and colleagues and business department. It could be a business partner, It could be someone who supports you financially. So this is someone who's very withdrawn, with the Hermit being in reverse here. This is someone who seeks a lot of solitude. I do feel this is somebody who could be feeling a bit sorry for themselves with the Martyr. They could be addicted to self-pity, or they could just be someone who's possibly very generous. Not too sure about that with the Toil and Labour card. I feel that somebody who's very difficult to reach, but again, this can be somebody who refuses to either help those in need, that need help, or no, that's what it is. That's what it is. Either I just feel this person might feel like they've done, you know, what they have to, or they feel that they've been taken advantage of, and I don't feel that they're actually kind of contactable, reachable. So there's stress here. And there's the Seven of Swords. So some sort of deception, thievery, unfairness, something that's been taken away here. And yeah, I'm feeling that somebody's had some sleepless nights about this. Now, because it is in reverse here, that can be something that it has, you know, is alleviating. And yeah, there's some sort of support here. In terms of work, we have got the Spirit of Wands. There's some sort of news coming through here. It's regarding a main female, so this would be someone significant in your life. Could be a wife, a mother, a sister, an aunt, could be anyone. But this is someone who is sending some sort of message in relation to work. Now, it can just mean the house is the workplace, but this is usually about property. So this is someone who's supportive. And I don't know if this is possibly even the person that you're pushing away, but the news that she's coming through with is that something is ended. Now, this can speak to, you know, obviously property, division of assets. And it's not someone passing. I'm not really feeling that. If it is, it's something that's happened a while ago. This is someone who's a companion. This is someone who's supportive. Maybe wants to help you in some way with the mediator. This is somebody who's, you know, very fair. Maybe wants to make some sort of negotiation. It could be someone in your, I think it's more your professional life than your personal life here, but this is someone who does have some sort of respect for both sides of the argument, you know. And as a companion, it's someone who's loyal and unselfish. I don't know if this is the person that you're pushing away, but there is someone here who's sending some sort of message. It is financial, and it is in some relation to the business that you do, your workplace, property, and they want to sort of wrap things up, you know, in an amicable manner. So if there's been like some sort of delay coming through here in the money front, and, you know, maybe been a wee bit low of cash, this is the news that's coming in here. So if you've had difficulty with this mature man, and he's been difficult to reach, or he's not particularly wanting to engage, you feel maltreated, underpaid, whatever it may be, there is a feminine here that you can reach out to, but I actually feel that the message is coming from them. But if it doesn't, this is someone that you do have who's going to help bridge the gap. And it's the gap that's proving difficult, you know, to bridge the bridge. This is the mediator. This is the in-between person. So you have got a feminine here. If you're able to identify who that is, that's able to help you with whatever this issue is with regards to work, colleagues, or business. Health and well-being. And I'm coming back to the 6th house, Gemini, because 4 cards came out for this. I never usually use this deck. I find it a little bit odd. I find it very odd, actually. But the reason I picked it up is because I had Neptune, and it is one of these decks to me that is pure Neptunian. A lot of it doesn't make a lot of sense, you know. But I got the Ace of Swords, some sort of truth, communication. This could be power with the 10 of Swords to end something, yeah. But this can also speak to some sort of pain or betrayal. We've then got the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, all very, very difficult cards here. And it comes through with poverty. So, I mean, it doesn't need to be financial in the health and well-being. It more is likely to be kind of physical, in my opinion. I'm seeing that there is some sort of meeting with a group of people. You know, this could be somebody going to like AA or some sort of, you know, program that they're getting. This is like someone throwing in the towel, you know, that they can't do something anymore. They don't have the answers, or actually the clarity when it does come through, it might be quite painful. But I'm seeing that somebody is actually releasing themselves. And I think that's more in a mental way. Like, it's almost like I can't do this anymore. You need some sort of support in the community. You might need to go to a meeting, or there's, you know, a group of like-minded people, or there's some sort of counselor support group. There's some sort of network here in the health and well-being department. I mean, that might be a communication that comes directly from you. I'm just seeing that somebody is clear of their mind, that, you know, this is painful. They don't want to fight anymore. They want to free themselves from some sort of pain, and that literally could be physical. So it feels like it's kind of moving in the right direction, and I'll come back to the fact that we have got some sort of new start here. Okay, Gemini, but in your personal relationship, so this is family, partner, spouse, you know, siblings, children. There is a lot of kind of dreamy stuff here, because we literally have the priestess of dreams. That can say there's some sort of secret, you know. This is the high priestess here, and we have got the spirit of pentacles. Again, there's a feeling of being kind of like stuck here. So there's some sort of secret, and it's literally around money. And then we have this wealthy man. To me, this is usually a brother, a business partner in the main. It is something that's obviously very well to do, but he is a trickster, and that's the issue. Now, this may be someone who's coming through as some sort of rescuer. You may have some sort of faith and hope in this person that they're going to, you know, do the right thing and turn out for you, or, you know, if there's a time of crisis, they're going to, you know, come out, save you. But I have got a dilettante, and that to me is somebody who doesn't have the knowledge, the information, the abilities that they profess to have, basically. Jack of all trades, master of none. So yeah, they might be wealthy. You might have be hoping that they come through. This is someone who either you're connected with through marriage, with the lovers here. This is, you know, a current partner, an ex-partner, but this, as I say, it could be a brother, it could be a brother-in-law. This is someone who is in a steady relationship that you have a personal relationship with, but they're tricky. They're tricky. They've got some sort of secret here. The Samaritan's in reverse. So I don't know if you're expecting someone to help you out, make some sort of offer, bail you out. I don't see it happening. Samaritan is in reverse here. And I tell you what, the sort of person that if they were to help you out, there's a price attached to it, you know. They'll be wanting some sort of repayment. Let me look at who they are a bit more. Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't need you to worry about me. This is my life. Show me the wealthy man's intentions towards Gemini. The dolphin spirit in reverse. This and that are true. Intentions of Gemini. This is someone who's like, there's a lot of stuff going on under the surface here is really what I'm feeling. I've got the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. This is ignoring red flags. When this comes through, sometimes in reverse, it's ignoring intuition. It's wishful thinking, projecting desires, selective hearing. And this is Neptune again. So it's almost like we want to believe in someone. We want to believe what they've said. We want to believe what they've promised. We want to believe they'll do the right thing. But the red flags are there. Spirit is almost guiding you to see the big picture, you know, to open your eyes, to look out for repeating patterns, words, numbers. Listen, there are messages coming through that I don't think that you're hearing, possibly, Gemini, about this person. Oh, and it really could be a friend. This is the friends. Somebody's having some sort of nightmares here. Somebody's stuck. Either you are or this person is. And this can be depression. It can speak of nightmares, madness. It's basically being in denial about something or about someone. There's something buried, and it's buried very deep. And we have to surface it, address it before we're allowed to, you know, get free of it. Oh, I mean, honestly, I don't know who this guy is, Gemini, but this is trouble. This is the bodacious Bodak. He's a saboteur. He's meddling, he tampers, he gets involved in other people's business. He just makes things messy. He also spreads a lot of gossip. But if you catch him at it, he'll be utterly convincing that he was doing it for your best interest. You know? Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I hope you find that useful. Let me just take you a little bit of advice or one final message for Gemini for October 2023. Please do look at where these eclipses are happening. October 14th and 28th. Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? What would be helpful for Gemini this month? Advice. Perception's wrong. You need to see something differently. And the fact that you don't want to address it, there is confusion. You're not able to, you know, completely understand something. It almost feels like you're being asked to, you know, release your power, address something that you would rather avoid, because I think you're going to be disappointed if you don't catch, you know, what's the word? Nip it in the bud. There's something that needs to be nipped in the bud here. I mean, someone is deliberately hiding something, altering your perception, spinning yarns, creating confusion, and it's going to make you sad if you don't deal with it. How to, though? The Maiden, start something new. This is to look at something through with fresh eyes, with a, you know, a degree of innocence. It speaks of auspicious new beginnings. There is ultimately a new start here that's coming. We have to look at something through fresh eyes. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there. Have a good month and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.